Hi there, I'm James. I run the Avid Marketer website. So today we're going to look at Legendary Marketer. They have kind of blown up over the last kind of 18 months, maybe a little bit longer, appearing on places like TikTok, Instagram, all over Facebook. They've got quite a lot of big names behind them these days, promoting them, talking about them. So we're going to kind of have a little look and see what the hype is about it. We're going to deep dive into their main product, which a lot of people kind of do talk about. It's kind of the main way into Legendary Marketer. If you want to read the text or the article version of this, I'll link below the full kind of article. But without further ado, I'm going to get rid of my face and we're going to dive into it. Right, welcome back. Now that I've got rid of my face. So yeah, we're going to dive into Legendary Marketer. So we are going to focus on their main core product. But it makes sense just kind of have a little kind of look at the platform itself and look at kind of the people behind the product, the platform, and what they kind of what they do. So Legendary Marketer is owned by a guy called Dave Sharpe. He kind of appears everywhere these days. He does a lot of video calls, masterminds. He does a lot of what they call Wake Up Legendary, which is where he kind of talks back to the community. Kind of appears everywhere. Has been around for quite a while. I believe he used to kind of do MLM kind of style things. Kind of did that kind of thing in the past. Moved on to kind of producing and creating his own platform, his own way of helping people get into online marketing. You can read his full story if you really ever want to. You can go and have a little look. But yeah, they've built this kind of, or he has built this kind of platform, which a lot of people would have seen. It's fairly well known. I say it's kind of exploded on social media, places like TikTok, Instagram. Kind of short form video content is where they've really kind of expanded recently. So they have a number of different products actually on offer. The main one that you'll see most people talk about is what they call the 15-day online business builder challenge, which is a mouthful to keep saying. So I usually probably just say 15-day challenge, or possibly business builder challenge, or challenge. Depends on how annoyed I get at it. So yeah, the main one for it, as it kind of explains, it is across 15 days. You can do it quicker. You can do it in probably a day or two. But we'll dive into it, kind of explain what it's all about, explain everything you get with it, and kind of dive into it. We've also got the Legendary Marketers Club, which is like a monthly place to kind of look at different traffic sources. It's got additional kind of resources for or kind of different trainings and things that you can deal with. Something I went through a while ago. I've not been part of that for a while though. I took some kind of information from it and then kind of decided that I didn't really want to kind of carry with it. Then the other thing they're quite famous for is their business blueprints. So these are their what are kind of called high ticket products. Again, we will kind of talk about these because they are integrated into the 15-day business builder challenge. So there's the affiliate marketing business blueprint, there's digital products business blueprint, coaching consulting business blueprint, and there's an events and masterminds one as well. There is a way of actually bundling them together, and you get all of them rather than just individual ones. Again, we'll talk through. They also do these things called Legendary Marketer Masterminds. So for a while, these were kind of held online. They look to actually now be back in person. So you can go and spend a couple of days kind of talking to other people, being around kind of other kind of marketers, some who are new to industry, some are kind of have been in the industry for a couple of years, and essentially allows you to kind of build a business while you are there, take in all of this information, all this knowledge, and try and kind of apply it to your own business. And there's also this private kind of coaching, whereby you kind of talk to Dave, kind of, I think it's kind of a small group rather than one-on-one. But you can essentially tap into Dave's kind of mind, for probably a fairly larger fee. But yeah, you get access to kind of basically Dave, all of the blueprints, challenges, etc., etc. So it's quite a good way of kind of really kickstarting it. As you see, you have to apply for it. Not everyone's going to be able to take it. But yeah, they're kind of the different products that they've actually got on offer. As I said, we are going to mainly deal with a 15-day online business builder. We're going to run through it, see what it's all about, talk about all kind of the additional bits and pieces you get from it, talk about how much it costs, and then also kind of see if it's actually something that is useful, or if it's something that's just kind of a bit of a gimmicky kind of thing and isn't really that kind of that important. Right, I've dived into the back end, so I've actually dived into the challenge itself. So when you first actually join the challenge, what you'll see is that all of these days are actually locked. So it kind of in a way forces you to take your time and actually take each day as it's given. So each day is kind of quite similar in how it's laid out. Each day will actually give you a video, and then a number of assignments. These assignments can be quizzes. They can be, as you might see, kind of scheduling calls. It can be reading books. It can be kind of taking the time to actually do what they've told you to do in that particular day. There are a number of different assignments kind of you'll find through it. Again, each day is going to have a video and an assignment. So as you'll see, the videos themselves are actually quite long. They kind of range from around 10-15 minutes up to some of these are over an hour long. Each different day will give you different kind of parts and information. I try and split them into, when kind of talking to people about it, try and split them into kind of smaller segments, just because it makes it so much easier to try and explain what each day is going to deal with you. So I usually kind of split kind of days 1, 2, 3, and 4 into kind of one section. I then do 5 to 7 as kind of the next one. After that, it's then kind of 8 to 12, and then 13, 14, 15. And the reason I do it, or kind of explain it like that, is because those kind of bundlings or those kind of days make the most sense together. So you would kind of do day 1 to 4 in kind of possibly in a day, if you've got the time to sit and look at the videos, but they all kind of make sense together. So days 1 to 4 are really about introducing you to the world of Legendary Marketer. It's introducing you to the world of kind of high ticket affiliate marketing. So that's selling products that are £1,000, selling products that are £2,000, £5,000, or $5,000. It's all about kind of introducing you to what it is. Essentially, it's allowing everyone to start from the same place. It's ensuring that everyone has the same information given to them. So day 1 is essentially about starting this high ticket business, as they call it, and kind of explaining what you're going to be doing across the next kind of 15 days or so. The whole video is Dave talking, showing kind of slideshows. There's a bit of live, as you can kind of see. It's him kind of talking live and kind of talking to a crowd of people, and again explaining kind of what this this module is, or kind of what this kind of business is. Day 2 kind of jumps into this kind of the core concepts of high ticket business high ticket business models online. Again, it's a 40-minute, 50-minute kind of presentation that he kind of explains to you how this all works, like kind of what funnels are, and kind of explains to you how you're kind of potentially going to get traffic, and really explains to you what this whole kind of business concept is. And he does use Legendary Marketer as his explanation, which is actually one of the biggest kind of critiques I've ever found with Legendary Marketer, is the fact they use their own platform to teach people how to get into it. That doesn't mean that you have to promote Legendary Marketer. You don't have to use the information and the knowledge they give you to go and promote it. You can go and promote anything. It's just kind of makes sense that they kind of talk about their own business when they're trying to explain this kind of concept. They have low ticket products. The 15-day business builder is a good example. They have high tickets, the blueprints. They have ultra high tickets, the one-on-ones with Dave, or the one-to group sessions with Dave. They've got all these different kinds of products, and it kind of makes sense them kind of to show them, or to give a good example of how it is, rather than kind of showing other people's businesses and things, whereby they just be kind of sending traffic to other people. So yeah, it's kind of it's one of them kind of concepts, one of them critiques, that Dave and Legendary Marketers get, is that it does feel a bit that you are learning how to promote Legendary Marketer, which is true for the business builder. It is teaching you how these kind of things work, but it doesn't mean you have to then go kind of use it. So yeah, that's kind of the kind of day 2. Day 3 is actually walking through Dave kind of building a business. As it says, it's kind of like building it in about 30 minutes. Again, it's a kind of a 45-minute session. It also is the point whereby you can actually take kind of email scripts, video scripts, phone scripts, there's ad templates. Essentially what you're getting is all of these kind of bonuses, which I'll kind of talk to through in a bit as well at the end. You kind of get all these additional things on top. You also get access to pre-built funnels. So this is one of the big things, is that when people get started, especially in kind of affiliate marketing or funnels or anything like this, a lot of people don't really know what they're doing. They don't really kind of get it, which is fair. It's a brand new kind of concept. So they actually give you access to share funnels, as they're called. So they actually give you access to pre-built funnels that you can essentially download. They talk you through how to change them, tweak them, and then you can essentially have a pre-built, ready-built funnel, essentially a business, ready and waiting to go. There are a whole bunch of different ones. Again, there's kind of affiliate marketing one. There's a coaching one. So for those who want to go down the route of actually, maybe they're a coach in real life and they want to actually kind of push that into booking more things for their PT business or something like that. There's funnels for that. And again, the information you're learning in here can allow you to put that into kind of concept, into what you're doing there with it. The other thing is there is something called a business plan advisor. Essentially, you can book a call with one of the Legendary Marketer team. They're called business advisors or business plan advisors. They are there to essentially do two things. One is to give you a business plan, so you can talk through what you do, what you want to achieve, where you are in life, and they will kind of come up with a plan of action for you to follow. They are slightly blueprinted, so they're quite similar across people, but they are personalised a bit more to to you and what you're doing. The second part is they are a sales team. They are there to talk about other parts of Legendary Marketer. This is a funnel. This is a business. Again, this is probably one of the second biggest critiques that Legendary Marketer get, is the fact they do try and upsell you, or they do try and sell you other products. No massive surprise. I personally didn't find it too pushy. I just kind of said, no, I don't need it. I've been kind of doing this for, by that point, about 4 years now. I have the way that I like to do things down. I'm pretty happy with that. And they kind of, okay, that's fine. They're not pushy. They basically just go, look, we have other products. This is what they do. They do give you a special offer, which is a reduced price for those business blueprints. But yeah, there's nothing that says you have to buy it. They just offer you that that ability. So yeah, that's kind of your kind of day 3, and then day 4 is that last of that kind of that first section. It's titled "How to Master the Inner Wealth Game," and again, it's kind of all about kind of understanding where this kind of wealth comes from. There's a bit of the kind of the rich dad, poor dad philosophy in this. Something I never kind of fully got into, if I'm honest. I kind of find that whole book a bit kind of cliche, but it's about kind of understanding you are going to be spending some money, but you also should be trying to save money. You should be trying to understand where your money is being spent and spending it wisely, not just buying kind of the latest TVs, the latest laptops. Actually maybe taking a step back, buying something that's practical for what you want to do, and then spending a little bit more on, say, something that will help your business kind of go forward. Again, there are assignments for it. There's a questionnaire you can go deal with, and obviously there is the fact you can go buy the actual Rich Dad Poor Dad book. So yeah, you can go read it. A lot of people love reading it. It's a book that's highly popular. It's a book I've read in the past. I personally didn't resonate with it. I found it a bit cliche, especially kind of what he's now moved on to as well. But it is an interesting concept. It is useful kind of getting into it. So the next kind of couple of days, so 5, 6, and 7, really focus on kind of building out that business plan. So taking what your business advisor is giving you, and then sitting down and kind of working it out. There is a separate business plan itself, so you can go and sit in another class, which is about an hour. Again, it is a little bit salesy. It does talk about the business blueprints. It kind of pre-sells you on that concept. Again, you can kind of ignore it if you don't really want to listen to it. You can just kind of take the core concepts of it about kind of what you need to do to kind of move forward, and kind of what you need to do with the funnels, traffic sources. You can take them concepts and basically ignore the salesy part to it. 6 is just kind of questions and answers. A lot of people have questions around kind of getting started. Again, 6 and 7 are a little bit salesy. It's talking about kind of questions that people have had. It's testimonials. It is talking about how they have taken either the 15-day challenge or the business blueprint and kind of turned their kind of life around. They've kind of done cool things with it. You will find a lot of these kind of testimonials sitting around. Again, personally, I just kind of ignored them. Again, I'd kind of been doing it for a while now. I didn't need to sit and kind of listen to people talk about how amazing this thing is. I can kind of take my own kind of steps for it, and deal with it. there are some useful questions and answers. Again, what you're going to need, how long is it going to take. The good one is kind of when should I quit my job, things like that. It's genuine questions that people do ask when they get started. Again, it's a meaty video. It's half an hour of kind of listening to these kind of Q&A kind of thing. When that's kind of added on to, you've then got kind of, you then move on to your that big question that I just kind of said, which is the when are you going to quit your job? Like, when is the perfect time? Spoiler alert: there is no perfect time. Some people will do this alongside a main job for years. I've known bloggers and people like me who have built wildly successful businesses. They have built these kind of they've either done it via kind of TikTok and funnels, or they've built blogs, or they've built YouTube channels, and they still go and do a 9 to 5. It might be a reduced 9 to 5. It might be something that they just kind of they don't do fully 9 to 5, but they still do it. It's still a kind of a guaranteed income, and they might still enjoy it. I still go to kind of a 9 to 5 ish. I enjoy the work that I do. It allows me to actually put into practice a lot of the affiliate marketing things, and for me, it's just another source of income that I can bring in, and it's a fairly well known amount. So it's nothing kind of too crazy. But yeah, a lot of people are going to get fixated in this kind of when should I quit? I must do it now. But yeah, you obviously don't have to. So yeah, those 3 days are a little bit salesy. I personally kind of skip through a lot of it. I jump through a fair amount of it. Again, a bit of a critique from people and from me as well. My own critique was, it does feels like you are trying to be sold, kind of upsold into the business blueprints. There are lots of buttons, lots of talking about business blueprints, and again, it kind of feels like you're being kind of led away from the main challenge here. Then we kind of move on to the kind of next section. So this is 8 to 12. Again, I kind of bundled these together, and a lot of people do actually, is because you're back to learning more about what you are going to be doing, but also learning kind of core concepts. So day 8 introduces you to something that's called high income skills. Why you need them, what are they, kind of more information about them. I never marked the lesson complete, that's my bad. Essentially, the high income skills are lead generation. So this is talking about where you're going to be getting traffic from, how you're going to be capturing these people, kind of ways to increase conversions. It's all about kind of bringing people to you. So a concept kind of called eyeballs on the offer. It's all about kind of enhancing how much you're going to be kind of showing your offer, showing your kind of your business to people. And it is a skill that requires practice. Even after nearly 6 years of doing this, it's still a concept that I kind of struggle with at times. It's something I've kind of branched out to, i.e. kind of like these YouTube videos. It's about kind of building that. So day 9 talks all about lead generation. So it's about that kind of how you're going to do it, how you're going to bring people in. There is also a questionnaire you can go and complete if you really want to. Day 10 brings into something called copywriting. This is a hugely valuable skill. It is something that everyone should learn. No matter if you're into your blogging, your email writing, you are a sales guy, girl, guru, whatever. It is something that everyone should really learn. It's all about how you are writing and how you are showing offers and things to people. it's essentially an art of persuasion. Um, it can be used across everything. You can learn copywriting inside of everyday work emails to make your emails more friendly. You can make them so that you're getting your points across better. You can use these kind of skills to sell ideas that you want to bring into businesses and stuff. It is a really good concept to learn. Uh, there are loads of books on it. At some point, I will actually do a full video on it. Really good video. It's really worth kind of sitting down and watching this point. Day 11 kind of moves on to the concept of sales and presenting. Again, it builds upon the day before. So it's talking about how you can bring in those copywriting skills. You can bring in those lead generation skills to then start selling or presenting your offers to people. Again, really decent video to sit and watch. It's good to understand what you're doing. Again, there's another kind of questionnaire. They're not kind of very big. It's literally a question. You kind of send it off, and sometimes you get a reply from people, it seems. Again, it's a really good kind of section to sit and watch. Diving on to day 12, I've run over rails. I'm running through these quite quickly. So this is all about outsourcing. This whole video is really about kind of where you want to make it actually bigger. Where you want to kind of get to in kind of certain areas. So it's about where you want to be. Maybe you want someone to do the copy for you. Maybe you want someone to build a better funnel for you. Or it's about outsourcing the email part of it or the AdWords part. It's all about understanding what you know and what you're not very good at yet. It's about kind of working out if it's worth paying someone to create you Instagram posts. It might cost, I don't know, say $20-30 for someone to create 200, 300 Instagram posts. You can find them on Fiverr. And that means that you now have a whole bunch of lead generation posts that you can put up. Hasn't cost you a lot of money. More importantly, it's taken no time at all. It hasn't meant you had to sit there for weeks and weeks trying to create these things. You've already got them done for you. You've outsourced the funnel because Legendary Marketer have given it to you. So that's another thing you've kind of saved on. And then lets you maybe sit and spend time writing emails. You're really good at kind of copywriting. You're really good at emails. Or maybe you're just really good at kind of talking to people or something like that. It's about trying to find where your essentially your strengths and your weaknesses are, and working out where it makes sense to actually spend money, spend time, investing in someone. Different people will find different areas to outsource. Some people will find they need to outsource a lot of it. Others have more time, they have a bit more skills, and they want to try and do a bit more of it themselves. Again, the whole video is really good. You're getting a lot of value inside of these videos. Dave's really kind of breaking it down for you. It also kind of explains that more than kind of other similar style training, that you can actually spend some time or some money giving it to other people, and that can help your business grow. This is also kind of spoken about in Affiliate Secrets. So if you've watched the Affiliate Secret 2.0 that I review that I created about Spencer, he talks a lot about outsourcing because it's such a valuable thing, especially if you really want to kind of grow it past a kind of a one-man band kind of thing. And then finally, we've kind of got days 13, 14 and 15. So these are kind of, in a way, kind of like an additional steps you can kind of take. There's a concept called OPM, or other people's money. It's about kind of talking through kind of where you can kind of get kind of money from to kind of do things, how you can kind of use, in a way, kind of borrowed money, I guess, to kind of build the business to help kind of kickstart it quicker, or how you don't need thousands to do it. You can kind of get started with a few hundred. I've always been a bit skeptical about this one. Other people's money is always a bit of an area where some people kind of go a bit too far with. Thankfully, with this day, Dave does also talk about what's called hidden money, which is essentially finding things around your house, and taking time to actually sell some stuff. Maybe you've got a whole load of books that you've got sitting around that you've not read for years, that you can take to local stores and sell them, or you can sell them on eBay or places like that. It's more than just talking about, oh, go get a credit card or go get a loan. It's actually trying to find ways to generate some starting cash to allow you to then kind of build this up. Again, there is a whole checklist of things you can go and kind of look at to find to go and do this. And as you can see, again, some of these kind of ideas are rummage sales, or garage sales, as some places call them, selling DVDs, CDs, books, even trying to do things like upcycling things. So you'll find a lot of things on Facebook that's free. Pick them up, do them up. Maybe they need a good paint, maybe they just need a bit of restoration. It's about trying to find places that you can build, I say, a couple of $100, or enough that will allow you to essentially pay for everything you need for about a year or so. If you're using things like ClickFunnels, then you're going to be needing about $100 a month to run that. If you run Systeme.io, then actually it's free. So it's about understanding how much you need for the year, because it's going to take a little bit of time to get going, and working out how you can either save some money or sell some stuff, or do essentially a bit of a side hustle to then allow you to then build this part of your business. And as we're nearly getting to the end of it, so this is day 14. So day 14 kind of dives into, again, kind of this rich dad, poor dad kind of view of life. There's something called entrepreneur syndrome, which is essentially a lot of people want to become an entrepreneur. They want to build their own business, but they never really put the time or the effort into doing it. They just keep saying, oh, I'd want to do this, I want to do that. They very rarely take action, or they just don't take enough action. They kind of do the bare minimum. They put up a single TikTok, or they create an article a month, or they just kind of do really the bare minimum. It's just not enough to kind of get going with this. Again, it's all about kind of, as Dave actually says on this page, it's about kind of understanding you're going to have a long-term commitment. It's building a business takes a while. If you talk to any kind of successful affiliate marketer, a lot of them will tell you how they've spent years trying to do something, and it didn't quite work, and then they maybe switched one particular focus, and it all kind of fell together. Or how they kind of spent loads of time kind of, I don't know, blogging. So they spent 3 or 4 years blogging, and then they got a load of rewards. They got medals and things like that, and they then built upon that to then kind of push that to the next level. It takes time. It's something that has to be accepted. Again, a lot of training courses, a lot of marketing courses don't explain that. They don't tell you that it takes time to get things done. This is really about kind of changing that mindset to really help you kind of understand that. And then finally, the 15. It's all about kind of getting kind of your first sale. It's all about kind of explaining kind of how it all is, how you can go back and kind of relearn this stuff, go back, go through the training again. This isn't kind of the end. Obviously, you can go by the blueprints. You can also become a Legendary Marketer affiliate, so you can start kind of, I don't know, spreading the good word, if people want to call it that. You can kind of actually start doing this kind of stuff yourself. But again, you don't have to use what you learn in the 15 days to just promote this. There are so many other programs and things you can use. You can use this knowledge towards. And yeah, that is kind of the 15-day thing itself. A lot of people kind of say, well, how much is it to kind of get started? How much does it cost? So this is the kind of the sales page for that 15-day business builder. So the actual price of this, if I go all the way to the bottom, these days is still $7. So you get essentially all of those 15 days. So all those 15 days we've just run through, the assessments, the assignments, the videos, the questionnaires, the I think it's about, I want to say about 7 or 8 hours worth of content, if that's how you kind of view things. On top of that, you obviously get the business blueprint, the business plan. So that's that thing where the guys will sit down with you, run you through kind of what steps you need to take to do it. Legendary Marketer are big on their bonus stacks. They run the Russell Brunson philosophy quite rigidly. It's something that they do a lot. So they always seem to offer kind of a bonus or 3 or 4 on top of the original thing that you're buying. So on top of that, they also give you Facebook ad templates. Possibly not so relevant these days. Facebook and its ads are still quite controversial. They do get a lot of problems. The ad should only ever be used as an example. You should always try and create your own. Something more useful is the high ticket email templates. So these allow you to actually take these email templates, put them into an autoresponder, which again they show you how to do. And you can use these emails to essentially sell whatever you like in a way. You can, if you sell fitness courses or you sell something in the health industry, you can use these to sell those products, albeit needing a little bit of tweaking. But video scripts and phone scripts. So if it's something that you like to do, if you like to do kind of booking calls with people, again, maybe you're a consultant or maybe you're a PT or something, and you like to talk to your clients or you like to talk to your prospective clients, then you get full phone scripts and things that you can use, again, tweak to what you want to do. And you can then kind of use them alongside the video scripts. The video scripts can be used on what are kind of called bridge pages. They can be done on sales pages, and essentially how to kind of talk to your clients, your customers. Really good, useful additional bonuses, to be fair. The concentration, so kind of always spoken about that. And obviously the last one, you get the actual funnel itself. So you can load this into ClickFunnels, you can actually then use that to start selling your own stuff. Again, it might be that you sell PT sessions, it might be you sell kind of self-help books, whatever it might be. You can use that funnel and tweak it to be essentially however you want it to be. It can be run as you want. Yes, everything does cost $7 for all of this. Obviously, there's the usual value thing that people like throwing around, which is $3,500 worth of value, and you get it for $7. And so you get all of that. There's a whole bunch of random numbers they kind of put to it. I personally kind of hate this kind of style thing, but it works. It is a marketing thing. So yeah, you do get a lot for your kind of your $7. Obviously, there is an ongoing cost for this. So if you go down the route of using their funnels, then obviously you're going to need a funnel builder. So ClickFunnels these days starts at $97 a month. You are going to need to use that, or you can use something like System or System, however they say it. I think they're French, which is free, but you don't get the ready-built ones from it. You'll have to rebuild them yourself with it. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a run through. I personally, kind of the review part of this whole video, I personally think it's actually really useful. I think you get a lot for your $7. You get a lot of information that you can use elsewhere and other places. There are critiques of it. It can feel salesy at times. It can feel quite a bit too salesy, if I'm honest. Some videos just feel like they are just trying to sell you it, whereas others are just full of really useful information. It's there to actually push you forward. It's there to tell you to go and learn to do this, learn to do that. It's massively helpful. Is it going to be right for you? Again, a big question. And it really does come down to kind of your own personal level. It kind of depends on where you're at. I'm just going to throw my webcam back on actually, as I'll talk through it. So it really depends on, kind of what you are trying to achieve, where you're at with your journey. You are going to get 7 or 8 hours worth of video content for a tiny price. You might have been doing this for say a year or 2 years. I still think you are going to learn something from it. Is what you're going to learn worth $7? Yeah, it's $7. It's not a lot. Even if you only kind of learn that copywriting is really useful, and you learn some kind of information about the copywriting, then that might be quite useful. Let me just throw this back on as well so you guys see me. It might be that you just want to use their funnel. People pay hundreds of dollars for different funnels. You can get this for, essentially you're getting it for $7. So yeah, it really depends on where you are with it. Some people will argue that it's just a sales funnel, which it partly is, and that you are just going to be learning how to sell Legendary Marketer. I disagree. I do think you can use these skills for other things. You can use it in other industries, other niches. You can also use it alongside other products that they've got. So they do also sell something called the 15-second leads challenge, which I think is a pretty useful thing. They don't actually sell it on here. They don't kind of talk about it on here. So yeah, sorry, I had to go find the actual thing for it. So there's a thing called the 15-second free leads training. which actually allows you to get the challenge for $1. So it's a bit of a cheeky way of doing it. You can actually use the 15-second free leads training course on top of the 15-day online business builder course, bundle them together. So you can learn about traffic, you can then learn about kind of how to build this kind of business, merge them all together, and you've got yourself, I say, pretty much everything you need to do to start generating traffic, eyeballs, to a product of your choice. And you've got emails and a funnel all sorted for you. Say you can pick this whole thing up for $1. Again, there's a link to the actual kind of this page itself, and also there is a review of this that I'll link below, and I'll probably do a video on it at some point as well when I get a chance. So yeah, so you can do it all for just $1. So yeah, there you go. So that's the actual course itself. So yeah, kind of do I think it's really good? Yeah, I think it's a really useful course. I think it's a really useful product. Yes, it does feel salesy. Yes, it does kind of make you feel like you are on occasion being sold and upsold too, but it's easy enough to ignore. The blueprints themselves are good. I have seen them. I have been through parts of them. I have seen kind of videos and things from it. I do think they are useful, but they're not going to be for everyone. They're not going to be something that everyone's going to need right off the bat. You can come back and get them at a later date. You may not be able to pick up the offer that they give you. From memory, the offer is, I think blueprints themselves are $2,500 each, but I believe you can get all 4 of them for $2,500 as part of the offer they give you going through this. But again, not everyone's going to have $2,500 sitting around to do it. So yeah, that's kind of it. Bit of a nutshell. A bit of a long-winded one. It took a lot longer than I expected it to do, but that seems to be the nature of this. Again, you can read the whole review in its article format below. Questions, things like that, either pop them below this video, or you can throw them on the article itself. And I will see you on the next one.